Hello, 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 and welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today we are out at the shop, and boy, do I have something cool to show you guys. So the last few days I have been, out here at the shop, and thank you for all the kind support on the shop, guys. It's seriously kind of like a little dream come true for me. To have my own little space to work on stuff and to have a place to do kind of whatever I want. So we did get the cars out here. I know in the last video we didn't really have much out here, but we did get the cars out at the shop. So we have the CRX, the hatch, the Mustang, and Michael's car we actually got over here as well. And Michael's motor and stuff. Obviously his car doesn't have a motor yet, but we're gonna be working on that. We got a cherry picker out here because, well, we needed to bring the cherry picker out here soon, or we needed to bring it out here right away because, well, I've been taking a couple clips from the last few days, and I might kind of pile them into this video. So this video might be all over the place, but the main thing is we got a chassis dyno. Today is March 1st, fucking 10 o'clock at night, and we are trying to unfreeze the cherry picker from the ground. So I haven't pulled a motor in a couple months, so the cherry picker's been sitting outside, and it has been frozen into the ground like crazy. So I used a four-wheeler and a strap and a chain, and I'm yanking this frickin' cherry picker out of the frozen ground. So like I said, it's been frozen into the ground, and well, we need the cherry picker today for a chassis dyno, baby. So I got a chassis dyno, and it's at my shop right now. The guy is there with it, so I have to load up the cherry picker and head over to my shop with the cherry picker, and I'll bring the air compressor with because I got this air compressor running today. This is just like a Husky compressor. It's sitting in my attic because it had a bad, the line that went from the motor to the tank was leaking, so it would constantly run and it would never build pressure. So I used some dishwasher hose for the time being for this air compressor, and I got the compressor holding good air now, and this thing's all good to go. So this will be good enough for, powering the brake on the dyno, I think. So I'm going to bring this out to the shop, and, we can pump tires up with it and stuff like that. So just going to get the air compressor loaded up. I have an engine stand. I got a couple other engine stands and stuff here, but I got to get one thing at a time out to the shop, obviously. So we also hauled Michael's car out to the unit a few hours ago. And, I've been running around with a chicken with my head cut off all day. So, yeah. Another cool thing I did is I actually swapped out the earthquake impact. I swapped it out for a new one because I had a 2-year replacement thing on it, so that's pretty cool. I got a extra battery with it and stuff like that. So, anyways, we're going to get the cherry picker loaded up into the truck. Probably not going to film a whole lot of that stuff, and then we'll pick up when we get to the shop and get right to the exciting stuff, guys. This is a dream come true for me. I've been working at this since I was like 18 years old. I'm almost 26 now. So it's been a hot minute. I've wanted a dyno, and today's the day I get to fucking have a dyno in my possession. I can't express how I have so many emotions right now. It's crazy. That's all I can say. I'm not like bullshitting either. Like, I'm not a bitch, Michael, all right? Alright guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know I got really bad anxiety. And tonight is no exception.
I've never seen someone drive down the highway hugging a steering wheel.
Yeah, dude. Okay, well, I kind of have a little bit of a reason to have anxiety right now because it's snowing really bad.
Very bad. Whip some shitties, will that help you out? I think we had the same idea.
Yeah. And it's just dark and scary a little bit. I hate driving in this shit. I don't like it. But my dyno is literally 2 miles up the road.
Yep. Can't see shit out here.
Literally can't see anything.
We got about 10, 15 feet in front of us.
Oh. What are we doing, Michael?
Unloading the dyno.
It's really dark out. It's fucking past midnight. I finally got the courage to come out here.
That's true.
Yeah, so this guy, fucking Josh, he's a lifesaver. Today we are going to be heading back out to the shop, and we're going to be putting up some shop lights and stuff like that. Me and Michael are actually going to head out there and do some of that, but we do have a pretty bittersweet surprise for you guys. I know a lot of you already know what this is, but figure I would show you guys, and maybe I'll show you here during the daylight once we get out to the shop. But we have to stop at the storage unit first and grab the rest of our belongings out of the storage unit, and we have like a barrel of oil out there that we need to clean out and stuff, because tomorrow is like the last day that I can be in the unit technically. We have to be out by tomorrow, so we have to get all our stuff out of there. We already hauled a big load out to the shop. I hauled a bunch of tires out there and a bunch of like Michael's toolbox. I got a little toolbox and my welder, and like we got a bunch of stuff out at the shop now, so I'll have to show you guys that. But I haven't really filmed anything out there yet because there's only 3 or 4 working lights, and we just bought, well, we bought a couple, so we got a couple more shop lights, and gonna head out there and install those. It has been a rough couple days here the last few days, you know, just dealing with the stress of getting the dyno. So the last couple days have been pretty stressful, just dealing with you know, the shop, and like all this stuff was just really big spur of the moment thing that I kind of snapped on and just had to get. And like this, I had a huge stress with this thing that we're going to look at right now and show you guys. I had a bunch of, you know, just anticipation. Like it's been a long time coming. I've been wanting something like this for like 10 years now, and to actually have one in my possession is like a little bit overwhelming. And then to have it delivered by my buddy Josh, he got a hold of me through Facebook. He's one of the viewers, and the guy is just fucking amazing. He's a no bullshit type of worker, and he just gets shit done. It's kind of hard to find people like that nowadays, I guess, that are just willing to help out when you need it. And you know, he's a fair businessman, and you know, we worked out a deal, and he hauled this thing up to Wisconsin for me from Arizona. So that is just super awesome of him. He actually has a company that he does this for a living. He kind of just hauls like large equipment and stuff all around. Actually, they're gonna know what the fuck this thing is by the title. Yeah. I got a dyno. I got a fucking chassis dyno.
What if they follow you on Facebook?
Right, or if you follow me on Facebook, or if you're on the Facebook.
Like Ryan says, this thing that everybody knows what the thing is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we already know what it is, dude. Fucking quit being stupid, right? I'm just trying to be like a proper YouTuber, you know what I mean? You gotta like be all surprised and, you know,
yeah, like
build the hype, bro. So Meisner Transport LLC, this guy is just fucking awesome. You guys should definitely go check out his thing if you guys need anything hauled, or if you need any like heavy equipment hauled or anything like that. This guy is your dude. He's like no bullshit. Had this thing to me in 2 days from Arizona. Like, wow, what a fucking trooper. And prior to all this, I was dealing with Chris Sadowski and Hasport, and trying to arrange pickup and trying to arrange all this stuff. And, you know, it was like a month in the making after, you know, all the dicking around we were doing. And at the end of the day, I really should have just hired this guy, because he's like, well, I'll just go pick it up and bring it to you. Like, what's the big deal, you know? It's just, you know, trying to have other people do stuff for you sometimes is a little bit tricky. And, you know, other people are busy, clearly, and they just don't have the time to respond to you and get back to you, so it's fine. But, you know, like I said, Josh is a no bullshit type of guy, and he got the dyno to me in a very timely manner and a very fair price, in my opinion, and I can't thank him enough. Michael, is it cold? Yeah. Sure. All right, guys, so we are out at the shop right now, and it's a little bit chilly here in Wisconsin. It's like, I don't know, like 4 below or something crazy. It's March, by the way. But anyways, so we got the shop out here, and we went to go get those lights and all that, and now we're here. So had a rough day yesterday because I was going to actually film some of this stuff yesterday, but my girlfriend, this parking lot is actually really icy. I don't know if you guys can even tell, but like this shit is literally like a swimming pool that's frozen over. So it's like an ice skating rink out here, like quite literally an ice skating rink. And my lovely girlfriend actually, we brought the dogs out here yesterday and we were playing fetch with them and stuff. And my girlfriend actually tripped on the ice or fell on the ice and actually broke her ankle in 3 different places. So she had to have surgery this morning, and she's just been all drugged up and trying to recover from the surgery and stuff. So I've been by her bedside, you know, for a while now. So did get some time to come out here today. So I wish Christine a fast recovery if you guys can. I've been a little bit worried about her, but she'll be good. She just broke her ankle, and she's just going to have to sit bed rest for quite a while now. So anyways, but we are out at the shop, and figured I would show you guys the chassis dyno. So we got the dyno over in that corner store. The shop is a mess right now. We're just bringing in a lot of the stuff that we're going to use. And we got like a garbage can, and we got 2 of these heaters out here currently because these ones back here I still have to set up. We just have to get the tank plumbed in for the propane, and then we can use the actual heaters. But these ones, like that yellow one right there, if that heater is on for like 2 minutes, it's 60 degrees in here. It's awesome. This place holds heat so well. It's awesome. So anyways, what me and Michael were doing today is we were just kind of taking these lights down. There was a couple lights that were right here, and they we just took them all down. So we got all these lights right here that don't work. So we took all those down, took all the wiring out, and now we just got these wires kind of hanging. Whatever. So we got a whole box of shop lights. We got like 10 different LED lights. We've got a garbage can, a dustpan, some outlets, and some other small stuff, which we might do later. But this is the chassis dyno, guys. So this is a Clayton, I forget the exact model number of it, but it is a Clayton chassis dyno. It is a loaded dyno. This isn't just like a speedometer calibrating one. This is an actual horsepower reading dyno. And I'm super stoked to actually be able to own this thing now and have it in my possession. But anyway, so this is the dyno. Like I'm saying, sorry, I'm kind of just lost for words with this thing. It's just so humbling to be able to own this. Anyway, so the cover is off on this side right now. Normally this cover right here sits over the brake and the load cell and stuff. So obviously it's not wired. We just got this thing Friday night, really late, and you know, had some issues with keeping my composure almost. But anyway, so this dyno is water, brake, and inertia. So it has a big old frickin' water torque converter pretty much. So this is kind of like a torque converter that sits on the end of the loaded roller. And what this does is you pump water out of, like, you know, we have like, this room is now, we have our air compressor, and we have 2 of these big 55-gallon drums. These ones are for oil. And then we also have another drum over there that I got with the dyno when I got it or purchased it. He included that drum. And what that is going to do is you're going to fill that up with water or antifreeze, and you're going to use a inline water pump, which he actually fucking gave me a water pump with it. And I actually already purchased a water pump from Harbor Freight, so I may return that one because, you know, like I said, he already gave me a water pump with it. But anyways, water will go in, and the water pressure will actually create a load through the water loader right here. And then it's all controlled, obviously, electronically through all these wires, and the brain box is over here. I'm not even going to be utilizing a lot of this stuff because I'm going to be converting it using, I think it's called yourdyno.com. They actually sell a pretty much like a whole brain box and load cell, like they sell you like pretty much an ECU. And you can plant that ECU into like an old school dyno like this thing, and you know, you can utilize electronics with it. Because I got this dyno extremely cheap, guys, like extremely cheap. So I paid $750 for this dyno, and then I had Josh haul it up here for me. So I have about $1,500 into this dyno so far, and I can't fucking complain for what I got. I have a a loaded dyno that is, you know, it has a load capable thing. So I'm fucking not even making sense right now. Hey, do you think the same?
What?
Do you think the same?
Think it makes sense?
That I'm not making sense?
I don't know. Are you making sense?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking straight.
Are you making sense?
Oh, look at that, dude. Look at that new light. Those fuckers are bright. Damn.
Be a nice suntan.
Nice suntan? What were you thinking?
Colette Davis?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, she built the Kia team over there. She built the car. This is harder than it looks.
Yeah. So this dyno is in really good shape. The only thing wrong with it is the flywheel cover on this side is actually broken. But so like I was saying, this thing is loaded 2 different ways. You can do an inertia test, which is just like normal road testing. And it runs off a big heavy flywheel. So this lever right here, you'll pull this lever. There we go. And now the flywheel is engaged. So when Michael spins that roller. What was that?
The drum.
The drum popped?
Yeah, we took it out of the warm shop into the cold, back into somewhere warm.
Yeah, I guess. So Michael, spin that roller.
Which one?
That one, yeah. Now the flywheel is spinning with it. Is it a lot harder to spin?
Yep.
A lot harder to spin, yep.
This is like 3 horsepower.
So that simulates road conditions. So like if you're just driving down the road, no additional load or whatever, that's what the flywheel is for. And then you disengage it, and then Michael will go flying and fucking fall on his ass and break his ankle like Christine. I'm just kidding.
See?
I told ya.
We gotta get it for a video.
And then this roller right here is just kind of like your idler. And this one just kind of is there for, you know, moral support for the tire.
Moral or moral?
Moral support for the tire. And these are the ramps that kind of run up to the dyno. We have it on dollies right now so we can wheel it around. We are actually, I'm not sure if we're going to be putting this thing into the concrete or if we're going to run it above ground. Probably going to run it above ground for now and whatnot. But, I mean, we have so much stuff to do out here, guys. You should leave that on for a second so the viewers can still see me. So anyways, guys, yeah, Michael's my fucking spotlight here. So... yeah, I got a fucking chassis dyno, so it's crazy. I feel like this video is not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. But I am extremely excited. I just have to figure out how to wire this thing and figure out how to get it all working. I kind of bought this thing blinded. Obviously, I don't own a chassis dyno. I don't really know how to hook them up. But I'm going to try to figure it out and see what we got going on. Like I said, we just have water that can feed in and out right here. We got some electrical connections over here. And... you know, this is just like the control box where all the wiring is and all that. But when this thing is sitting on the ground, not on the dollies, the ramps will butt right up to the top of the dyno here, so we can, or we'll actually be able to pull a car on and off and whatnot. But we have to figure out the air line situation. Is there an air line on that side? I don't think so.
No, I don't think there is.
But there is an air line for the brake in the middle. So these are like a big drum brake in the center of the roller, and these will clamp down so they stop the roller from spinning, and it actuates with air pressure, so you'll have to like slam it with air and then the brakes will lock up so you can pull cars on and off of it, because if you didn't have air, it wouldn't actually stop the roller and you'd never be able to get the car off of the dyno. Yeah, we have a lot of figuring out to do on this thing yet, and a lot of you know, trial and error and see what's going to work and what's not going to work. But we'll definitely be working on this thing quite a bit and figuring it out.
Hunter already did a burnout on it.
Nope. Dude, look at these rollers. They're like brand new, dude. There's like not even rubber marks on them or nothing.
These brakes don't look like they've even been pushed.
The brakes literally haven't even been used. Like the roller, there's no wear on it at all from the brakes. And like the frame and stuff looks brand freaking new. Like it's old, obviously, but it's in super good shape. And for all you guys that you're probably going to ask like, oh, how much horsepower can it take, or how much horsepower can it read, or whatever. With the analog setup, it can only read up to like 200 horsepower because it's analog, and the load cell is only capable of reading up to a certain amount. That's why I have to get this your dyno fucking configuration computer thing, and I can get that ECU with a load cell that can read, you know, a lot higher than that. So dyno is pretty simple though. I mean, your power limitations on a dyno are usually going to come from the roller size, and these are, I believe, 10-inch rollers. They're either 8.5 or 10-inch. I don't know exactly. They look like fucking 10-inch rollers, but they're very large. Obviously, like my foot is a 12, and I mean, maybe it is an 8.5. I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like using our shoe is not a good judgment, but anyway, so yeah, like the bearings, dude, like it's so smooth. Everything just fucking looks like it's gonna work. I'm super excited.
And even if you can't do 700 horsepower on it, you can still do cruising up to 75 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Street driving, street tuning.
Yeah, we can still do a lot of tuning with this thing, whether we can plant 800 horsepower to it or not. We can still do a lot of tuning with it, like Michael was saying. Like I was saying, though, the dynos are usually rated a certain horsepower level by the roller size, because when you start putting a lot of horsepower to a small diameter roller, it'll deform the tire really bad. And when you deform tires, you know, the numbers can get skewed a little bit. And, you know, worst case scenario, you can have a blowout, a tire blowout, if you know, plant too much horsepower to the roller or whatever the case. And these rollers are smooth. They're not grooved rollers, so that's going to be a traction issue for sure. So we were actually thinking about just putting like skateboard grip tape on the roller or something like that, or like trying to make some grooves on the roller, or use some hairspray on the fucking tires or something like that to try to plant some horsepower. But we've never even used this thing, so who knows, it might fucking work. Like, it's rated up to like 300 in the book, but I don't know what like the limitations are. Like, it's a water brake. If you can flow the water to the brake, it will keep the car loaded no matter how much power you throw at it. Like, the brake is super simple. This brake right here would run an engine dyno. Like, it's the same concept. All engine dynos run a water brake. Like, you watch Engine Masters and shit, they have a big water brake that hooks up to the end of the crankshaft. And this is kind of the same thing. It just hooks up to the end of the roller, and if you can't supply the water to the dyno, it's going to overheat, or the brake will overheat, or you know, you'll just lose load capability if you can't feed water to it fast enough, if that makes sense. So as long as we can feed the water to the brake and keep the car loaded, we can plant as much horsepower as we want until a tire blows out.
The water pressure also is how much load we put on it.
Yeah, and the water pressure is based off of how much load we're putting on it. So if we're putting a lot of horsepower to something, it's going to require more water. That's my understanding.
More pressure.
It's going to require more flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to suck through the water faster. But anyways, enough jibber jabbering. We're going to hang up some lights here, and maybe we'll pick back up and I'll do a little outro after we hang the lights up in the shop here. I've just been so busy with the girlfriend and, you know, just dealing with stress and stuff like that, guys, that I haven't had a whole lot of time to even think of what I even want to film with this fucking thing. I just wanted to tell you guys that I got a chassis dyno, and it's here, and it's safe, and we're all good. So, yeah, hopefully this video isn't too fucking boring. But we got a bunch of stuff out here, too. We got, like, all the fucking, look at this, like, mile per hour fucking speedo right here. Look at that. Looks like an old fucking Chevy truck speedometer. And then it's got road horsepower over there that you can fucking calibrate up to 200, this thing reads. And then it's got like a little on-off switch, and then this thing just plugs into the wall, I think, somewhere. I don't know. And then we got this is like the control box, so we can like set the load and unload of the dyno. We can set the lift control, whatever the hell that is. This thing got a lift built into it?
I don't know.
It might. Actually, the center might be a lift. That's crazy. So we have lift control, dyno control, and then the road load. So we can turn the load way up or way down. This has like a little control box inside of it. Like I said, I'm probably not going to use any of this stuff because I'm going to be converting a lot of it over, but I have a lot to learn on this stuff. This isn't something that's going to be just like happening overnight. I wish it could, but this is something that's going to be a little bit complicated, but I'm going to do my best to figure it out. Oh, look at this, dude. This is like a water filter. And he's got hoses fucking already here. Dude, like there's everything here to run this thing. We just got to like put it all together. Yeah, here's the water pump. This is the fucking stand. This is like the old school stand for the fucking monitor. Yeah, it's crazy. But look at that thing. Isn't it fucking such a beaut? You guys can hate all you want, but you can't find a dyno for $700.
Imagine what if we sanded this bit down and painted it,
Yeah, if we sanded it and painted it and fucking put a Dyno jet sticker on it, who the fuck would ever know?
No, they can someone to
Dyno Dynamics.
have someone cut out Mustang on it.
Right. Mustang Dyno.
Put two of them.
Yeah, we should buy another one of these $700 dynos and fucking put another one right there and we do all-wheel drive. So yeah, guys, here's the dyno again. This is kind of, I'm tearing it apart a little bit to kind of check everything over, look it all over and stuff like that. This is the Clayton dyno. So in the next couple videos, guys, we're probably going to be out here at the shop wrenching and, you know, I actually today just put up a bunch of lighting in here. It's probably a lot better lit. The shop is lit now, if you know what I mean. So, as you guys can see, like I got all these lights. We got 2 here, 2 back here, and then 2 in the middle there, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on that far end of the shop. And I still have to get some bulbs for a couple of those ballasts over there, so the shop will be even more lit than it is already. But we did get a couple other things out here. I got just a couple like little tables and stuff Michael brought out here, and I got this little frickin' handheld toolbox. I'm gonna bring my big toolbox out here as well, but I bought that little thing. And then we got the welder out here. We got all of Michael's junk over there. Currently trying to get the LP to work for the big heaters, but I went back there and I got a little conversion hose to be able to hook up the propane to the heater or whatever. But there is like a propane leak on the back side of the building where the tank hooks up into the hard lines to come into the heater here. So I have to fix that leak, and I have to fix a few other things, but yeah. I have a real hard time with filming stuff, and like if I don't start filming in the morning and then like end at the end of the day or the next day and then edit all the clips like kind of in order, it's really hard for me to like fucking make a video. So this really sucks that this video is kind of all over the place, but at least we did capture some of the moments. But it's been super cold here in Wisconsin again. It's like 5 below zero right now, and like 30 below zero wind chills. So, but it's nice in the shop. This little freaking heater alone gets the shop like warm enough where I can stand in here with a t-shirt comfortably. So that is awesome. Another thing, it's just been a rough last couple days, guys, with Christine breaking her ankle, and my girlfriend broke her ankle, and like she had to have surgery right away. And then like I've been super stressed out with like, dealing with getting the dyno here and dealing with getting all this stuff here. But I don't know, hopefully you guys enjoy the video anyways. And yeah, like I said, it's probably just gonna be a bunch of like clips fucking thrown together of us just talking about it or getting it here. But like I said, my camera was dying like half the time. But yeah, so anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully the videos after this will be more structured, because I won't be as stressed out dealing with getting the dyno here and dealing with all this stuff. It's probably just gonna be some shop content and possibly getting Michael's motor in his car, because he has to get all that done. And then I have a new block for the hatch that I'm currently gonna go pick up. And then yeah, CRX, hopefully I can get a title for it soon. And Mustang is ready to go. So we just gotta wait for warm weather for that thing. And then obviously we're gonna do dyno content very soon. I just have a little bit of homework to do on some of the stuff for the dyno. I just have to figure out how to air brake the drums, because this has a brake in the middle that is actuated by air. So yeah. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching, and drop a like if you made it all the way to the end. And we will catch you tomorrow, hopefully for some more action. And the channel's just looking up from here, guys, I'm thinking. So, yeah, anyways, have a great night and a better tomorrow, guys. See you later.